So hello and welcome back. My name is Jackpixel and today I'm going to be showing you my £350 budget gaming PC build for October 2013. So I thought I would start this new series by kicking off with the lowest entry level build. So let's just get straight to the parts, shall we? So for the CPU, we're going to be using an Intel Core i3-3240 at 3.4 GHz. So I've chosen the Intel Core i3 even though it is the last generation part, because it delivers great performance at very low temperatures and very low wattage too, so this is great for a budget build and only comes in at around £88. For the motherboard, I've gone with an MSI B75 MA-E33. This motherboard uses the Micro ATX form factor and also has an LGA1155 socket, which supports up to the third generation of Intel Core processors. Despite the overall price of this build, it still includes front header USB 3 and has some cool Intel features regarding its Business Advantage series, which is what the B75 stands for in the name. All for about £41, this is a very good budget motherboard and will suit our build very well. For the memory, we are using 4GB of Kingston Black Series memory. 4GB is just about enough for our build, seeing as it comes in at about £34 and runs at 1333 MHz, which is a standard frequency for many RAM nowadays. And also, it doesn't really matter if it's a higher frequency anyway, you probably won't see much of a difference, especially with this much of a budget build anyway. For our storage, we're going to be using a Toshiba 500GB 3.5-inch 7200 RPM internal hard drive. Now for this part, I thought we'd just do something simple, because you can do loads of combinations nowadays with SSDs, HDDs and all sorts, so I thought we'd just stick to the basics, seeing as this is an entry level gaming build. 500GB should be enough to store all your games, media, music, and for £43 this is a really good addition to our build. And now comes the meat of the actual build. It is the video card, and the video card we have chosen is the Asus Radeon HD 7770GHz edition. The 7770 I've chosen is a GHz edition and has 1GB of RAM and is made by Asus, so you know you're going to be getting reliability and good build quality. While it is nearly the entry level video card, we wanted something that was a bit higher than the 7750, as this just covers it. At £73 this fits nicely with our build and complements our processor well. For the power supply, I have chosen a Corsair CX430W 80+ bronze certified power supply. Now this is a great power supply as it is made by Corsair, who are very reputable and make very high quality power supplies. At about £44 this is a great addition to our build and is very cheap too. So finally, for our case, we're going to be using a Cooler Master N200 series. This N200 series is very stylish, and from the beginning, like I said with the motherboard, it features front header USB 3, so you'll be able to take advantage of some very modern day features, even with the cheap motherboard and the very cheap case as well. This mid-tower case comes in at about £32 and it's very cheap for the money. So there we go, you have your parts for your £350 budget gaming computer. So obviously £350 is a benchmark, and obviously prices do vary, especially in this day and age. Prices vary, especially for RAM and hard drives, so take that into consideration when you do build your computer. Also, I'd like to point out this wasn't including an optical drive, as a lot of people don't tend to use them anymore, so I thought the demand for this would be little, so I decided to not include it. But if you are going to include it, make sure you make room for about £13 to £20 to get a reasonably good quality optical drive. I'd also like to mention this isn't including Windows 7 or Windows 8, because that costs about £60 to £80 more, so always keep that in mind if you're in need of an operating system. So that just about wraps up today's video on the £350 gaming budget computer. So I have a few more planned, I have different price ranges planned, and I also have some special form factor ones and AMD and all sorts of different things. So make sure you're subscribed and liked and comment, just to make sure to tell me how I'm doing and if I'm doing it okay and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that's just going to be about it for now. So thank you so much for watching. My name's been Jackpixel and I will see you next time.